I wanted to circle back to Wings of Redemption. So when you were doing the down the rabbit hole on Wings, it's a 2-hour video, so there was a lot that went into this. Did you go to his streams and watch live?
I did a little bit, but watching live did not really help terribly much, except to give me a feeling of where he was at the time, which is unfortunately a very different place from where he is now.
Do you think he's in a worse or better place now?
Much worse.
Much worse.
Okay.
It only ever gets
So,
worse, man. These people never improve.
For those, sometimes they do. It's a tragedy because
It is.
with Jordy, it seems like he's getting better and then things get worse. Sean Ranklin uploaded for the first time 3 weeks ago after how long? Over a year ago.
Yeah, about a year ago.
Yeah, about a year ago.
Sean Ranklin is the compilation poster, right?
Yeah.
Of like,
The big one.
Fill us in on the specifics here, because from what I saw, maybe just like optly checking in, he was kind of getting into the self-hate and like going along with it. But if something's different,
he got married and.
when did that happen?
It happened recently, but whenever he talks about his wife, apparently, and again, like I haven't looked into it a ton, but it seems like whenever he talks about his wife, it's more about the money she's making and how he's getting health insurance off of her. And the video that Sean Ranklin put up, which I literally watched this morning while I was waiting to join the podcast, it includes his wife telling him to like that they need to talk, and him just blowing her off as she cries.
Yeah, so that's why I brought it up. I saw that video when for some reason it was recommended to me out of nowhere within the hour that he posted it, and I've never really watched a lot of Wings of Redemption comps. But I saw that and it was fucking sad, man. Like, Fred's underselling it a bit. Like, it's pretty deplorable. He just like,
I am.
He straight blows her off. Like, and then like the rest of the stream, he's like, I need money. You need to tip me, or I'm never touching this shit again. And his wife is just crying in the background. And then they're in the car together later, and he says the reason she was crying is because of the temperature in the air caused her eyes to water or something.
What he said was she'll cry because like he said the barometric pressure changed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what he said.
He didn't use the right term. I think
some kind of atmospheric anomaly.
I don't know. I don't think any of us are experts on barometric pressure to say that it wasn't true.
The point he's making is what he's trying to say is she'll cry over anything. He's being completely dismissive of her. That's the point.
Yeah, it's so after seeing that, I decided to check on his stream, and I've tuned in a couple times now. It is probably one of the saddest fucking places on Twitch.
How many views does he get now, Charlie?
So when the first time I tuned in, he was at 700, and the second time I think he was around 500. It depends on the game. Siege is usually his like least viewed one.
Yeah,
and I tuned in on a Siege night, and the first one I tuned into I think was COD. So
I thought he was under 100 with how people were talking about that.
No.
I'm sure that you can still make decent money off 700.
When he does like just chatting or just kind of like takes the chat abuse, he gets up to like 800 regularly.
Yeah, but I'd say he has maybe like 100 people that watch him that aren't there just to shit on him. Like the whole chat is there to shit on him, and he just kind of takes it sadly and then asks them for money to keep insulting him. It was so hard to sit there and watch, and because he'll constantly bring up the money thing, and he's not shy about saying like he only streams for money and he hates everyone that watches him. He bans.
Well, he said that for a long time.
Yeah, he bans people at even the slightest microaggression. Like if there's a grammar mistake that he takes personally, they get banned. He's banned his own mods. And when I was there, he banned a mod because his mod was too slow to ban somebody. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is super sad.
Also, you can tell how emotionally like immature he is, where he'll be playing a game. Let's say he's playing COD, and if he's just playing or things are going all right, he'll just kind of ignore donations or just, I don't know, he'll be like, oh, ban this guy in the chat and move on. But if he's performing poorly in a game and getting frustrated, he'll look at the chat and be like, man, why haven't you banned that fucking guy yet? I swear, people don't know what they're doing. And it's like, good Lord, he's like a fucking 12-year-old.
Well, when that's been your career and your personal growth for like the last 10 or 15 years, there's not much, maturity that you could be expected to have.
I mean, he said multiple times he'd be much happier with a normal 9-to-5 job, but he just can't take the plunge because he thinks he makes more money doing what he does now. I don't think he does. I don't think he's making a ton of donations or subs. I could be wrong. So I don't know why he doesn't just take the plunge and finally, for his own mental health, just stop streaming.
Well, this is a pattern that crops up with these sorts of internet personalities a lot. They are so steeped in whatever they're doing that they find it difficult to move away. They become addicted to it. Sometimes it's the attention. Sometimes it's the income. Because I think for streamers, especially, they become, especially when their livelihood depends on it, they become addicted to the hit of a donation. I think that it can be addictive if you don't approach streaming from a healthy perspective. And so that's how you get people that do things that are over the top or perhaps detrimental to themselves, because they're not only looking for the money, they're looking for the dopamine hit of the donation or the subscription.
So even for him, who's constantly berated and maybe making shitty money, there's a part of his brain that's like probably terrified, going, oh God, a real job and having to apply for it and change my whole lifestyle and this and that. I can't do that. It's too much, even if he recognizes it or not.